It is your own wheel of fortune that is just going to change everything. It is your own wheel of fortune that is about to manifest. The wheel of fortune that is about to manifest, my beautiful Scorpios, it's already rolling and rolling and rolling towards you as we speak. By the time we get to September, this wheel of fortune is going to happen at the most significant time of your life, at the time when you're worrying the most, at the time when you're thinking about certain problem, at the time when you're focusing on a certain problem, at the time when your mind is just going to be like kind of focusing on something that is just kind of keep on bringing you down, and something that is just keep on preventing you to move on. It is very much so connected to both your personal life, personal decision that you need to make about your life, your living arrangements, and also it is very much so connected to your emotions and very much so connected to your finances. This wheel of fortune, as I already said, is going to be very significant. Probably this month, September, it is going to be one of the most significant months this year, because this wheel of fortune is going to happen when you least expect it. You will be focusing on a certain problems and certain negativities in your life that you will not actually believe this particular situation that is going to arise, which is just going to be something completely different, completely new, and it's going to require from you to react in a completely different way. And that reaction, the way you react in this completely different way, it's going to be your own key. That reaction, it's going to be your own answer, because straight away after that moment, this is going to be your destiny time. This is going to be your fortune time. This is going to be the time when you're going to need to make a really powerful and really significant decision. And on the other hand, that decision is going to have direct impact on your own turning point. This is really good because the outcome is going to be fantastic, and the outcome is just going to bring the whole new world of possibilities. Your number is number 10, which means that the things are finally going to start looking the way you want them to look, but also you will have a realization. Number 10 is also connected to the tiny realization that you are going to have, tiny realization that you're going to have about you and about the way you act, maybe sometimes with certain people in your life, maybe the way you're acting with a certain people that means to you and the certain people who you mean to a lot and things like that. Maybe you've said something lately, maybe you've said something recently, maybe you haven't been that nice to somebody who you should have been. You should be nice, and this is like emotionally, it is going to be like a bit of a roller coaster, but that roller coaster is just very significant. It's just something that is about to come into your life, something that is about to enter your life, and it's just going to confuse you a little bit. Number 10 is also very much so confuse you in such a way where you realize that maybe you haven't been like a kind of dealing with your emotions in the correct way, which means that you have to you're going to come to realization where you will have to realize, and you are going to realize that you maybe need to sometimes change the way you are with other people or the way you act with certain people in your life. Now, September is going to be a lot about emotions, a lot about reevaluating things and things like that when it comes to the people in our lives, when it comes to the people, our family members, when it comes to our boyfriends, like husbands, wives, partners, it is just going to be it is going to make you to think very, very deeply, and your mind is going to stretch as far as it can possibly stretch, and it is going to be very good because it's going to shake you up to the point when you're going to have a really big realization about your life, about people in your life, about how much people in your life means to you, and about how much you mean to them and things like that. The love and family, friends, it's just like a flower. You just need to take a little glass of water and you need to go around and watering it with water, watering it with emotions and things like that. And this is going to be really powerful realization, because this is something that was throwing you out of balance. And this is number 10 is also telling you that you were slightly out of balance, maybe when it comes to certain people in your life, maybe when it comes to you acting with them in a certain way, maybe when it comes to you not realizing that because you had so many problems, you had so many negativities lately. It was literally all the time yin and yang, you see. But this is just going to be very important, because on the other hand, this is just going to set you on a whole new journey, on a whole different journey, because you will be able to really, really relax. And whether you're going to be able to feel this straight away or not, that's the question. It all depends on your particular spiritual journey. But I can tell you one thing, my babies, by the time we get to the end of September 2018, when it comes to your relationship, social relationship with other people, it is going to be a massive, huge improvement, massive, huge realization confirmation that certain people are meant to be in our life, and those people that are meant to be in our life, we have to take care of them. Remember, keep on having glass and just keep on watering with emotions, watering with, with water, watering with love. And this is really, really, really important, because also this is going to be your own personal advancement. This is going to be your own step, towards the right direction, okay? And this is huge. This is going to be huge. I know it might not sound as huge, but it's just your emotions. As soon as they get the balance back, Scorpio, my babies, you're going to be like on top of the world. And you will see exactly what I mean. This unfoldment is going to start right at the beginning of September anyway. But by the time we get to the end of September, this is going to be ridiculously significant. Okay? The second thing that I was going to say is, like, when it comes to the actual health, my goodness, Scorpios, my babies, you really need to make sure that you sit in the correct way. You really need to make sure that you don't strain your back. You really need to make sure that you've got the right pillow, my sweetnesses, because it is just going to be a very sensitive area. Your back, your shoulders, your neck, and your lower back is going to be very, very sensitive indeed. So that's why I just need to make sure that you understand, just to, to sleep in the right way, to sleep maybe on your side, like with a pillow in between your legs, when you sit correctly. Don't carry heavy things. Like, if this is your job, if this is your work, and you need to carry heavy things, then just, of course, you can't help it. Just try to make sure to take it really easy, and try to make sure that you don't strain your back and things like that. Try to make sure that you do everything in absolutely correct way indeed. So this is something that I needed to pay attention to. On another hand, as well, when it comes to digestion, again, this is the slightly negative area that I'm seeing, digestion. So whatever you do, like you can have a perfect food, you can have a perfect diet and everything, but you're still going to be able to feel your tummy, feel your stomach, you eat and the stomach is making noise and things like that. So it is going to be very significant if you could get like something like aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice is also going to be very brilliant for you, very significant for you. It's a very gentle, but it's very powerful. It's packed with vitamins, but it's also very gentle on stomach indeed. So this is something that you could drink throughout September 2018. But I highly also recommend to get something like echinacea and golden seal. I recommended this before. This is a powerful combination of two, my goodness, powerful herbs indeed. So echinacea is a fantastic herb which has got the ability to boost your immune system by increasing the white cell count in your body. Okay, whether on another hand, golden seal is brilliant because it's got these amazing properties that are actually brilliant to soothe your stomach, for your stomach in general, for any kind of problems that you could have a digestion system. Golden seal is absolutely brilliant. I suggest this completely to take this little tincture rather than capsules, because tincture is actually much better because it's more natural and gets into your bloodstream quicker. And also, if you take it, you need to make sure with your GP, you need to check with your GP, if you're on any other medications, because only your GP can tell you this. These are herbs, natural herbs, but I highly suggest to actually talk to your GP if you're on any other medications, especially like high blood pressure medications and things like that. With every natural herbs, you take it for 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 6 weeks on, 2 weeks on. You don't take it all the time, because otherwise our body would get used to it, and if our body get used to it, then it's not as effective, okay? And this is something that I highly, highly, highly recommend. But when it comes to the actual energy levels, well, good news, yay! When it comes to the actual energy levels, it's brilliant, because this is where this optimism is going to come through. The optimism is going to come through because you're going to feel re-energized, you're going to feel more energy that you normally feel. It may not happen, this is the trick, it may not happen straight away in the morning, it may not happen straight away 2 or 3 hours later, 4 hours later, it may happen just later on in the day, but there is a beautiful energy that you are going to regain, and that energy is just going to have a really fantastic positive outcome on you, because you will be able to achieve a lot this month because of that particular energy indeed. Okay, now going to the first part, the first date that is very significant. It's going to be the 5th of September. Oh la la! The 5th of September is going to be really powerful because there is a strong connection that you, Scorpio, are going to have with your spiritual side. There's a very strong connection that you are going to have with your subconscious mind. There's a strong connection that you are going to have with your third psychic eye. You're going to be all over the place when it comes to your psychic energy. Okay, on another hand, this is going to be the time when you're going to be very close to the spirit world. You see, to the actual veil in between this world and the spirit world is going to be very close to you, my baby Scorpio, which means that you're going to be receiving and you're going to be getting all sorts of messages. Expect an omen, expect a sign that is going to come to you in a form of an animal, expect a sign that is going to come in a form of another living animal, another living creature, and that animal could come in the form of the actual animal, or maybe you could see the cloud and you could see the certain animal, maybe you could see the certain plant and it looks like a little kitty, or maybe you can see like a little tree and it looks like a little chicken or something. It all depends. And then when you see that, at the moment you see that, you just translate in yourself really quickly. Just translate, just think about it, connect to it, and think what you were thinking about that particular time that is so much connected to you and your problems. And this is why this is going to be so significant, because this is going to bring a really powerful realization when it comes to your life now, and when it comes to something very in particular that is going to happen in your life that is going to be very significant and very big, Scorpios, in December 2018. This is going to be directly connected to December 2018. And let me tell you something else, my babies. Let me tell you something else. 5th of September, it's not only about the actual connection to the spiritual, to the spirituality and things like that. There's a certain power you are going to have. That certain power is going to make you an amazing flower. This amazing flower is going to give you the ability to actually unfold. The actual ability to unfold in such a spiritual way on the 5th of September is, on another hand, going to give you a chance to have your own little ritual. The power of mind is going to be strong. The power of your mind is going to be very powerful. The power of your mind is going to be very significant on the 5th of September, which means, on another hand, that this is the time for ritual. Your own perfect ritual, your own perfect day for the ritual. So if you want to have a ritual, spiritual ritual, when I say ritual, you can see this in your mind, you can live this in your mind, you can get this in your mind the way you want to get it, because every single person is different, and every single person is on a different spiritual journey. To you, maybe ritual means just to light a candle and just to basically think about a certain wish and just say to yourself, by the time this candle comes to an end, this wish is going to happen. To other people, it's going to be like, maybe like you light a candle, you write things in the candle with a little pen, everything what you want to wish, everything what you want to manifest. But I would like to ask you to try to stick to one thing. Try to, when you do this particular ritual on the 5th of September, when you just light a candle, think about a particular thing and just say to yourself, say to the spirit world, say to the angel, send the message to the universe that once the candle burns to the end, this particular wish is going to happen, this particular wish is going to manifest. This is so significant, because you need to knock on those doors and just go in, my Scorpios, my baby, because this is your time. To some of you now, again, to make a ritual, it might be even without a candle, just maybe crystal, write something next to the crystal, on a piece of paper, just leave it there and just take that piece of paper and just bury it somewhere into the ground, and that wish is going to come to you through the nature in the most natural way. It all depends. But what I would like to suggest, what I would super like to suggest to do, first thing, stick to one thing that you want to manifest. Second thing is just basically what I think it would be fantastic, what I think it would be brilliant, what I think is going to be amazing for your own personal ritual would be to actually take a candle and just write on it one thing. Just take a pen, whatever, it's just going to leave like a white lines, and you just say emotions, love, boyfriend, girlfriend, money, whatever you want, just write on, light a candle. You don't have to be in the room, but I would highly suggest to be in the room, if the candle is burning, you shouldn't really leave a candle by itself, but ideally, if you can be in the room, it would be the best. And basically the candle should just burn until the end, and just by the time the candle burns until the end, basically your wish is about to start manifesting, because this is the moment, this is the time when you just send this wish to the universe. So while you're lighting, so first you write on, and then you light the candle, as you're lighting the candle, just think about what you want to manifest, and even just say it. I want this to manifest. I want that to manifest. Can this manifest? Can that? And then you light it at that moment. Just leave it. This is so important because your power is going to be very enhanced and very significant when it comes to doing this certain ritual, because it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed. And also, the second important date is going to be on the 15th of September. 15th of September is going to be the time when you are just going to get this financial security in. The financial security is directly related to the time that wasn't even that long ago that you were like a little bit worrying, because there was a situation that happened where the big amount of money had to go. The realization you had to do something big, you had to do something significant, there was a big chunk of money went, and that made you like being really worrying, and that made you feel really a little bit down, and that threw you off the balance a little bit. But now there is that realization that it's going to happen, that there is that personal security is coming through. If you were worrying about safety, your own personal safety, this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because not only you are getting your own safety, but your family and your family members are also going to be benefiting from it. And on the other hand, what else I was going to say, there is something very significant that is going to happen when it comes. There is something very significant going to happen when it comes to the actual family matters. So as a family, as a people who are the closest to you, this is going to be really great time, because it's just going to pretty much so connected to the home situation, and also directly connected to the rewards of an old aging experience. So it means that it's just going to be connected to the long ongoing problem that affected you, that affected your whole family, and that was a very, very negative situation that you were all connected to it. Now this is going to be very good, because now that security that I said that is coming true, it's actually going to have a direct impact on this, okay? Another thing that I was going to say, my Scorpios, my sweetnesses, is actually the 26th of September. The 26th of December is the third important day, because there is a new idea coming through, but it's going to come through in as a form of like you want to learn something new, you want to study something new, you want to start something new, but it's just so much going to be connected to you studying something new, you starting something new, you taking on some kind of education, you taking the paper down, writing, learning things and things like that. And that is just going to be really good for you, because it is going to help you a lot to reflect. Emotionally, you will be able to reflect, and emotionally you will be able to kind of see the certain side of you, understand the certain side of you that hasn't been kind of coming out so far, that you couldn't understand this certain part of you, the certain side of you. If you only went back like about 2 or 3 months ago, there's no way you would kind of go for it. But now suddenly you're going to have this urge to do this, you're going to have this power to do this, you're going to have this energy to do this. And this is because of the number 10 that I said is the number this month that is also going to bring the whole new sense of achievement, the whole new sense of energy that is just going to motivate you and give you a really nice optimistic feeling, to move on. And that is just going to give you the desire for new ideas, desire to try different things, desire to travel as well. It's going to be very significant, but it's the whole new respect for knowledge that it's going to come through. And that is just going to motivate you in so many different ways. That is just going to motivate you in so many different levels, because that part of your life that was really boring, the certain elements of your life that are really, really boring and annoying, now they will just have the whole different face. Can I even say that? You know what I mean anyway. I do come up with my words every now and then, okay? So, and on another hand, there is number 11 that is going to be very significant on that day, 26th of September. It's going to be a really good day to write number 11 somewhere. Write maybe on your hand, write on your, well, not on your face really. Write maybe on a piece of paper, have it in your pocket or something like that. Just try to have the energy of number 111. And number 11, because these are the angelic, powerful numbers, and these are numbers also that are helping us to go through the door, through this invisible spiritual door that are just literally waiting for you. By having number 11 having with you throughout the day on the 26th of September, you're going to go through this spiritual door much quicker and much easier. And what is going to happen is that you're going to have the control over the situation. This is going to be a powerful day, your lucky day as well. So it's not only about education and trying to do something new, but this is also going to be your lucky day. So if you want to do some kind of negotiations and things like that, if you want to sign something, if you want to start something new, just go for it on the 26th of September. Just do not forget, my beautiful babies, just to have a number 1, because that is just going to be your little secret energetic key, which is going to help you to unlock this particular spiritual door, which are going to bring you 3 beautiful surprises, which are going to have direct impact on your life. Okay, now Scorpios, my beautiful babies, going to the first part of September 2018, you're going to need to be vigilant. You're going to have a feeling like you're going to need to be vigilant. It's going to be right at the back of your mind. It's going to be standing right here. And this is what I said about this spiritual unfoldment that you are going to have. It is going to make you feel very sensitive to the actual psychic energies and psychic feelings and things like that. And on another hand, also at the same time, you're going to feel very creative. It's going to be very unusual. I'm not saying you don't feel normally creative, but you're going to feel very creative. And also there is a strong connection with the childhood. There is somebody from the childhood that is going to come through, somebody from the childhood that is going to come forward and is going to have really fantastic impact on you and influence on you. Somebody who means to you really so much, somebody you haven't heard from for a really long time. And it's just going to be very innocent and beautiful energy, because it's going to be directly connected to the time when you had a really great time. And that in itself is just going to bring you your own personal rebirth. And that rebirth that you are going to feel, it's going to have an impact on you, like that you want to kind of just relax, you want to unfold, you want to like kind of basically use the strength and the power that you have that was locked at the back of your mind for such a long time and it wasn't coming out. And now September, it is going to be significant, because this is exactly what's going to happen. The new promise, it's going to come through, and that promise that it's going to come through, it's also going to be connected to the certain failure. I wouldn't say failure, but a certain part of your life that was like kind of very low for the last 8 months. It wasn't happening, it didn't go anywhere. So now the whole new promise is coming through about a certain area of your life, and that certain area of your life, it's connected to your emotions, and it's connected to your family, and it's also connected to your financial situation indeed. This is going to be directly connected to your own confidence, strength and power, and also the new beginning. You will just want to do more. You will just want to try new things. You will want to do things you haven't done in a really long time. And this is what all September is going to be all about, but especially the beginning of, because you will want to do things you wanted to do in a really long time. As I said, there's a traveling that is going to come true. There's a certain exploring feeling that is going to come through. You will want to try new things, which is absolutely brilliant and really great choice right at the beginning of September. For those of you that are working, a new choice is coming through. For those of you that are looking for work, something new is going to come through right at the beginning of September. And for those of you that are retired, the beginning of September is going to be really interesting, because the whole new choice is coming through. Couple of choices you will have, and there are going to be few choices, but 2 choices are going to be very significant. And these 2 choices are going to become very, very big and important part of your life, which is going to be there, something that you're going to focus on right until the end of 2018. It's the moderation. Everything is going to happen how you want to happen when it comes to this particular situation in your life, when it comes to your own personal achievement, but it's the moderation. What you hope to happen, what you want to happen, it's there, it's happening, you will have a sign, but it's just going to happen when it's meant to happen. So it's all about the moderation, okay? okay? When it comes to the actual people that are focusing on work and people that are focusing on finances and career, I mean, the beginning of September is looking really, really good, because it starts with a new choice, and then again, by the end of the first week, there is another realization going to happen, almost as if you're going to get noticed by people you want to get noticed. You're going to get noticed by persons you want to get noticed by, bosses, managers, clients, people. This is going to be really good, because you will also get, you will feel like really like a very confident indeed. You will feel very happy, and you're going to be very happy with your own personal achievement. And this is exactly what you needed. This is exactly what was missing in your life. The fact and the realization that you've got so much to look forward to. You've got so much around you, but sometimes you're not noticing. You've got so many people around you, but sometimes you don't notice them. Sometimes you just close yourself, and sometimes you're like maybe in a hermit mode. You maybe sometimes a little bit too often. But it's just all about you getting the whole picture around you. People in your life, people in your, like the situations in your life that are making you happy. You should not be ignoring, but watering with love and water and power, because that's a beautiful flower of life. And also, the fact that it's not only about you realizing that you've got everything it takes for you to go on the next journey, next stage of your life. It's also big wishes coming through. You will be able to relax, you will be able to chill out, and that big wish that is coming through is connected to your finances. And finances are going to improve, which means that you will be able to focus on other things in your life. And also, this was something that was preventing you to be free, preventing you to be happy and things like that. So it's all about you being free. It's all about you being free spirit. It's all about traveling. It's all about trying new things. And mid-September is just going to be like wakey, wakey. This is going to be a wake-up time, my beautiful Scorpios, believe me or not. And also, there is a certain traveling that is connected to. You will be thinking about traveling because the certain part of your life is complete. Certain part of your life came to an end, and that is going to make you feel like you want to travel. You want to basically travel, you see, and you want to like try things, see things and places, and things like that. And this is going to be really good indeed. And what else I was going to say, at around the time when you think about traveling, when you're planning the traveling, there is also going to be a situation that you will go through that is also going to come out of the blue, and it's just going to really referring to the fact that you have to wake up. A certain illusion. You were focusing on a certain part of your life that it just didn't work. You were focusing on a certain part of your life that it just didn't happen. And you will realize that this was just making you feel really negative, and you really will need to move on with a certain stage of your life. And that certain stage of your life that you need to move on is strictly for those of you that are unhappy with your work. You will want to move on here. You will want to start thinking about a new stage in your life. For those of you that want promotion, you will think about promotion quite a lot. For those of you that are retired, you will want to bring more excitement into your life, and this is exactly what is going to happen. That is going to be followed by abandonment of the certain stage of your life, and that you know that you need to do, because if you don't do that, you will not have this particular financial opportunity, because that it is going to be followed by the financial opportunity that you're actually going to have. And this is going to be really significant time for you, for your own personal wealth, for your own personal power, especially when it comes to your own prosperity. I really highly suggest to get something like an amethyst pendant, my babies. Look, amethyst pendant is very insignificant and it's very powerful. This comes with a sterling silver setting, and it comes with a sterling silver chain as well. And you can buy this on my website, and the link is in the description below. The amethyst pendant is so powerful, and it does help you a lot to connect to your guardian angels, to connect to your spirit guides. And also, when we are so close to the other dimensions, you see, the amethyst is helping us to understand and get significant messages, get certain messages across. And also, especially when we have omens and things like that, amethyst is going to help us to get even better connection, even sharper connection when it comes to these things, because this is going to be highly spiritually charged months, my beautiful Scorpios. You need to get an amethyst pendant, and you need to wear this. And also, it's brilliant for protection, because on another hand, when you're so spiritual, but you're on another hand open, happen. And when you're so open, you're open to other energies. And when you're open to other energies, there are all sorts of energies out there. Good energies, bad energies, negative energies, positive energies. So positive energy is good, but the bad energy is not that good because it can reflect on us and can affect us in so many ways, make us feel really tired and things like that. This is why amethyst is going to be absolutely essential for you indeed. Okay, and also the end of September, the last week of September is also going to bring a really fantastic celebration. You will feel very happy because the certain stage of your life is over. You went through emotional, not breakdown, but you felt really low, you felt really down lately because you had to make a certain decisions, and emotionally you were like a little bit all over the place, and that on another hand did make you to shine the light in a certain areas and certain stages in your life, and it did make you reevaluate your own situation, and this is exactly what you needed to happen. There is going to be the reasons for celebration. You will want to meet up with friends, with people in your life to celebrate, because the big problem is coming to an end, and that big problem that comes to an end is going to have a healing effect on you and the people around you. And for those of you that have been suffering from long ailments and you didn't see improvements, the end of September should bring improvements. That is going to be followed by a swift change, and that again is going to be followed by the fact that you're going to be able to chill out at night and not stay awake and worry about certain things, because sometimes you Scorpios, you can get affected by certain things and you can stay awake at night, and because that can just keep you awake because your mind goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Now the end of September is going to bring you like the whole new sense of achievement and the whole new sense of like relaxation, and that also is going to be really good. There is something very good going to happen when it comes to teamwork and people working together, whether you work, whether you're like at the college, or whether you're like retired and then you're doing certain hobby. However, the teamwork, there's going to be really good situations, something that lots of people are going to create together, and this is going to be brilliant outcome indeed. But also there is a little thing that is not going to be that good, and something that's going to make you feel really, really a little bit sad, because you're just going to be a little bit disappointed by somebody, by a certain person. I highly recommend every time when we go to certain disappointment and things like that, you see, I highly recommend to get like a red cornelian. Red cornelian is very significant. It just gives you this beautiful energy. It just helps you to feel really good. And at a time when maybe we feel a little bit low, a little bit down, when we get disappointed with certain people, that's just life, I know. But red cornelian kind of helps us to keep our energy up there, and it helps us to still be, like to think positive, to feel positive. It's a wonderful, wonderful crystal. And also because you are going to be quite busy throughout the months, cornelian is also fantastic when it comes to career, when it comes to career changes, when it comes to career ups and downs, and when it comes to making really big decisions. This cornelian comes with a sterling silver setting, and it comes with a sterling silver chain. You can buy this on my website, and the link is in the description below. Fantastic success that you are going to have at the end of September 2018, and especially the things, really great skill about yourself. You're going to realize a really good skill, something that you're really good at, that you didn't know about, that you weren't aware before, and also a very big success when it comes to the certain worry, when it comes to money, finances, what you were worrying about. The end of September is going to bring the fact that you're going to feel quite good about it. Okay, my babies, it's your time for sure. So now, my beautiful Scorpio, what I'm going to do, you see these beautiful cards? They're for you. Okay, so I'm got my beautiful Scorpio. I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to you. First of all, to those of you that are in relationship, okay? Scorpios that are in relationship for the month of September. I'm going to connect to you, Scorpio in relationship. I'm going to put your energy here for the month of September. Okay, Scorpion relationship for the month of September. Scorpion relationship for the month of September. Okay, what is going to happen to you guys? Okay. Ooh la la. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so basically for those of you that are in relationship, these are your tarot cards. So this is going to be, there is a certain problem that is going to come through. There is something that happened in the past, something that you weren't too sure about, something that wasn't resolved in between you and your partner. And this goes some times ago, your partner's connection to somebody else, okay? And certain things that have happened. I'm not saying nothing romantically or anything like that, but it's something happening between you and your partner. And that something happening between your partner and somebody else, not romantically, but it's just something to do with the work and something to do with somebody else that affected your partner. Your partner was really worrying and your partner wasn't too sure what to do, and you could really feel that your partner was completely thrown out of balance. You see, this card means this is so much connected to finances, this is so much connected to work, this is so much connected to what your partner was kind of focusing on, and your partner was kind of like a little bit surprised with the actual outcome. And the outcome is going to be really good, the outcome is going to be really fantastic, because there is a lady, powerful lady, who is going to be very much so directly connected to both of you, you and your partner, who is actually going to give you an amazing advice. This lady is very powerful, this lady is very significant, this lady is very professional, but she's also spiritual as well. She's a perfectly balanced, and you know this, she's highly respected by you and she's highly respected by everyone else. She's going to give an amazing advice to you and your partner, and this is going to be a whole new beginning and a whole new step towards something really big in your life, and big problem is also going to come to an end indeed. Okay, and that is going to have a really good reflection in you on your relationship with your partner indeed. So this is going to be quite good. So big problem is coming to an end. So now I'm going to connect to you Scorpios that are single. Okay, and this is for the month of September 2018. Okay, Scorpios that are single, the month of September 2018. Okay, Scorpio, come out and play. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, for the month of September, single Scorpio, what can we expect? Oh la la. Oh dear, dear, dear. Okay, so this is very, very interesting, because you see, I can see you actually really coming out of your shell, my beautiful Scorpio. I can see you having a whole new brand shell, which is going to manifest in September 2018. This is going to be a very significant month. This is also going to be life-changing month when it comes to you actually changing, you realizing something about someone. First of all, you're going to realize something about somebody who you shouldn't be with. First, you're going to realize that you should move on from a certain part of your life connected to somebody else that you tried to be with, you've tried to be so many times with. Maybe you were together for like about one night, maybe you were together for like a few months, maybe you were together for like about a couple of years. It doesn't matter. Maybe you weren't together at all. Maybe you were just focusing on that person so much. But first of all, through somebody really wise, choose somebody very significant when it comes to their own wiseness, their own power, their own achievement in life. You're going to get a certain idea, and that idea is going to give you motivation, and it's going to make you realize to move on from somebody first. Maybe you don't even realize that you were focusing on someone so much, but you've got a powerful mind, Scorpio. And if you are focusing on someone so much, you shut all the doors around you without you even realizing. So that's why it's so important to realize this. That's why it's so important to know this. That's why it's so important to get a message from somebody like that that's going to be absolutely life-changing for you, because this is followed by lovers. There is somebody very, very interesting going to be followed by that. There is somebody very interesting going to come into your life, Scorpio. Somebody is literally about to sweep you off your feet. You will meet someone when other people are about. You will meet someone when other people are around. You will meet someone when you least expect it. You will also meet someone when you don't even really think that there could be any kind of situation like that happening. Although you are going to be surrounded by other people, although there are other people going to be around, although it is going to be that kind of place that it could happen, but in your mind this will be like no at the time, and it's just going to happen literally out of the blue. There is somebody that you're going to literally look at, and somebody is going to literally look at you, and at the same time, at the same moment, there's going to be like dun dun dun. Da, da, da. You're going to feel something you haven't felt in a long time, because you will see something that you haven't seen in a long time. You will sense something you haven't sensed in a long time. There's someone very special to come in, my beautiful Scorpios. You've been waiting for this for a long time. You've been very, very patient, Scorpio, for a long time. Prepare for a big change, and also you will feel like you haven't felt in many years. You will feel like you haven't felt, some of you, like never really, because this person is just somebody who is sharing a really big part of your life, not only in this life, but in your past life. This person is connected to your past life. You knew this person in your past life, and this person knew you in your past life. And this is why this is going to be significant. Love on the first sight, does it exist? Of course it exists, and you're going to see exactly what I mean. Scorpio, come out to play. You will see. Time to play. My beautiful babies, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you so much. Okay, I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Have a beautiful, beautiful September. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.